Katherine Black reacts. Emmerdale part 16, full of spoilers, but it's well over a month ago, so you've already seen it. So, I like this episode. It is the morning. Cain Dingle is 51, and as fit as hell, but that's beside the point. Cain Dingle is 51. It's the morning of his appointment to go and see if he's got cancer or not. They've got the results back. Moira's in prison. He is a mess. So we open with the most amazing Yorkshire countryside. We're going over the moors and the glens and the fells, and it's beautiful. And in the background we hear Cain's voice, and it's done in monologue. And this whole episode is Cain coping with his day, and his thoughts were inside his head for pretty much all of the episode. He interacts with people, and then we get his thoughts and his opinions on things. So, Cain was in prison 2 years ago, charged with murdering, who? Who was it? It was to do with drugs and cannabis. I can't damn well remember. But it was his son that did it. His son killed somebody, and Cain took the rap for it, and he went to prison. Now Moira's in prison. Who's next? The dog? Everybody has to go to prison in the village. Everybody has to be murdered in the village. And before they get murdered, they have to sleep with a murderer. It's law. It's just the way it is. Moira rings Cain from jail, wishes him good luck. We get his thoughts, and he wishes she was there and she's not there. And it's all very unpleasant. There's a nice little, he goes in for his appointment with the doctor, and they've done this before. A few months ago, we had a storyline with Liam the doctor, and Liam and Cain got all the men in the village tested for prostate cancer. And it was really good awareness heightening. Cain didn't get tested because he's too much of a man. He says this in his monologue. I'm a man. I don't need my bits feeling and touching and poking about with. So he didn't get tested himself. And after the crash, they did some tests, found a mass in him, and this is how it's come about. If he'd been tested when the rest of the village were tested, he probably wouldn't have cancer now. He'd have had the mass removed when it was a little one, and everything would have been good, but he didn't. So let that be a message to all of us. Check your boobies, girls, check your bollocks, boys, and make sure you have your poo tested for prostate cancer, or whatever it is they do for that. So they did that really responsibly. So he meets a patient before he goes in, and they say the good luck, and the patient says to him, I hope I never see you again. And Cain says, yeah, you and me both. So he goes in, and the doctor confirms that it is quite advanced prostate cancer. It's contained at this point, but it's very aggressive. Let me have a look at the marker. It is a level 8, grade 4. Which is not to be confused with stage 4, which I think is terminal. It's grade 4. So it's a very aggressive cancer, the doctor tells him. At this point, they're going to try and remove it and just do radiotherapy. They don't think chemotherapy is going to be needed, but we don't know at this stage. The first thing is to have the operation. Cain is absolutely gobsmacked because the doctor says, I must warn you, you are probably going to be left with erectile dysfunction and incontinence. For a man, for anybody, that's got to be horrible. You know, the erectile dysfunction, okay, us ladies can't suffer that. But he's going to be in a bad way if he has the operation. He's going to die if he doesn't have the operation. Decisions, black hole, frying pan. Cain says in his monologue, he goes out, he's in a daze, he's walking around, we get more beautiful scenery, And he says, I can't do this. I'm too busy. Moira's in prison. I've got the kids to look after. I've got the garage. I've got the farm. But cancer doesn't wait for a convenient time. You know, cancer's not going to say, okay, mate, are you free next Thursday at 3 o'clock? It's not going to do that. Moira rings and he rejects the call. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. We get inside his head. And I've got to say, getting inside Cain Dingle's head is a very sexy place to be. Cain eventually, he snaps at Sarah, he snaps at Liam, he snaps at the other lad that works in the garage, and Sarah eventually collars him by Zach's grave, and he sits on a bench and he tells Sarah everything. Sarah is dying herself, but very, very slowly. I mean, she's been dying since she was born. We're all dying since we're born, but Sarah does have something wrong with her. Now, I thought it was a heart condition, but apparently it's a heart condition with a form of cancer, because Cain said while he was in the doctors, he said, my granddaughter's had cancer. I didn't think it was cancer, but apparently it's heart and cancer, or the cancer has caused a heart problem or vice versa. It was a lovely episode. I enjoyed it. It was nice. It wasn't humorous, it wasn't fun, it wasn't light-hearted. It was another down and dismal one, which we seem to be getting endlessly at the moment. But it was really well done. I enjoyed that episode. Thank you very much. Nice chat.